Today we're going to give a demonstration of the CommenceFire emergency fire and heat unit. It comes packaged like this in a Mylar bag. Today I just want to give a brief Today we're going to unpack the CommenceFire emergency fire and heat unit and give you some more detailed directions on how to start it up, how easy it is to light in adverse conditions. One place it shines is where there's not a lot of wood fuel to be found. Obviously, I'm in a pretty rocky area right now, and there's not a lot of rock and not a lot of sticks around. I have a little twig here. I'm just going to demonstrate with this how easy it is to open the packaging relatively, even if you don't have a knife or some other tool. Obviously, if you have a metal tool, it's not a problem, but when your hands get cold and not as dexterous, it is sometimes difficult to manage to get this stuff open. So basically, take a little twig. This is pretty dead. It's been on the ground for a while. And you can just basically insert it right into the Mylar packaging. And then you get your finger in there or something like that, and you can pretty easily tear this stuff. So I'm just going to take this out of the package now. Try to preserve the bag a little bit, so in case you need to get some snow in there and melt that, or need a bag for any other reason, it's a pretty nice bag to hold things in if you need to keep your provisions in there, keep them dry or something like that. There's another set of instructions directly in the unit, and they detail exactly the same thing as the front. That's just in case this gets destroyed by the wet or something like that. There's a desiccant in here to keep everything nice and dry. And we'll just take this out of the bag now. Put the bag off to the side. And here's the product. It says CommenceFire right on there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove the sleeve from the flue. Now this sleeve has in it all the things that you'll need to start the fire and to keep yourself going for a while. I will just set that aside for now. Second thing you're going to want to do is take the flue and just give it a tug like this. It's going to snap into place, not going to go anywhere. It's pretty secure, pretty quick. Now let's just open this packaging here. This is shrink wrapped, again sealed to keep your matches nice and dry and whatnot. So just punch through that. Don't litter. So what we have are two water boxes for a total of about 19 or 20 ounces of water. That's always important. And we have some little tea and sugar and some little cups which you can use to heat the water or anything else you might need heated. We have an emergency blanket. It will keep your radiant heat in, and I'll show you how to use that in a little while, or possibly in another video here. We have the Excelsior fire starter. Now this is all throughout the top of the unit, but we also have some in a bag here that you put down the flue, and I'll demonstrate that. And most importantly, we have the matches and the striker, and they are separated and sealed separately so that you can't light them accidentally. It's a pretty simple matter to open them up. You can use the stick, or if your hands are relatively warm, you can do that. It's really simple packaging to open. Take the striker out. Punch a match through the side of the bag there. And we have that good to go. Set that right there. Put the other matches away. Don't let them get wet. Do a little camera adjustment there now. We'll take the Excelsior fire starter with the InstaFire in there as well, and we'll take that and stick it down the flue here. Make sure everything's nice and copacetic in there. And we'll take the match and strike it on the striker. And these are stormproof matches. They will burn and they will not go out. Pretty tough. So you just drop that in there. And as you can see, flames coming out right away. It's burning the Excelsior in there. You can hear the draft it's establishing. There are holes in the bottom of the container for the primary air, and then the secondary air holes here. Allow it to burn pretty fiercely. Alright, now we can break out the emergency blanket and give a little demo on how to use that in case you need to keep warm. Let's just readjust the camera here a little bit. Okay, so this is going to get a little loud, so with this crunchy blanket. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around yourself, and you're going to sit about as close to the fire as you can without burning yourself, and have this around the back of you like so. And you're going to want to put this over your head and around your body. But leave the part closest to the fire exposed to the fire. Don't wrap it around yourself in the front, or else it's just going to keep that radiant heat away. But when you do this, you can stay very warm and away from the wind and in the heat, and that works really nicely. Another thing you can do, take the cups, put them on here, get some water going. And these water boxes are good for 5 years. They've got a 5-year shelf life. They're approved by the United States Coast Guard to be good for that long. That's why we bought them, specifically so that they're shelf stable. Just like any other juice box, you have your little straw. Have your water. Put some of that in a cup here. And get that boiling. It goes relatively quickly. Yep, tastes like water. And then tea, obviously, I won't show you how to make tea. You know how to make tea. Whew, that's pretty warm. And that is a demonstration of the CommenceFire emergency fire and heat unit.